Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. So I have been wanting to talk about this for over the past couple of days because this is something that's actually going to be very detrimental to every fucking YouTuber on this platform. Now, when I say detrimental, I'm talking about it will probably destroy 80% of YouTubers on this platform, maybe even more if this is not handled correctly. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, essentially the FTC or Coppa, I believe, is trying to regulate certain types of ads being shown to kids because it feels like ads that have been shown to kids, I guess, puts the kids' data and privacy in jeopardy because now those companies can pull out information, figure out what the activities of every child is doing on YouTube. I don't know how they're doing it, but basically children, privacy and data are at risk, and FTC and Coppa are trying to handle it in a way that protects the children or whatever the case may be. Now, what they're trying to implement is going to be detrimental to every YouTuber on the platform. Essentially what they're trying to do is that in 2020, I think 1st of January 2020, every single YouTuber will have to check their videos, and I'm talking about every video, as to whether or not this video will reach, a child audience. So let's say you're a Markiplier or you're a PewDiePie or you're someone who has predominantly young children watching them, or Logan Paul for example. It means that they will have to check every single one of their videos to say that this video will reach a child audience, and what that will lead to is essentially their video will get their revenue cut by 60 to almost 90% of the revenue that they could have made had they not ticked that box. So essentially, if the video was supposed to make 100 euros, for example, that would mean that if they tick the box, they would lose 90%. So that would be they'll only make 10 euros for a 2 hours edits or whatever. So now you might be thinking to yourself, I mean, of course, why would I take it? I'll just pretend that my audience is adults of 24 and above, or whatever the case may be, and I'll just carry on my day. But essentially that's not the case, because if you don't take your video and you make it very clear that your video is meant for children, and obviously they check the analytics and see that those videos have been watched by a huge amount of kids under the age of 13 or whatever the case may be. I don't know how they're gonna figure this out, but whatever the case, I think they're basing it on the sense of anyone under the age of 13, no, not 13, I think 18 essentially is what they're trying to protect. That would mean essentially that you would receive a fine of up to 42,000 euros or dollars for every video that you did not check properly. That's crazy. That is crazy when you think about it. Which means you don't even have a choice. You generally don't actually have a choice on whether or not you can skip the option or not. You have to essentially tick the box to make sure that you are protected from this new FTC regulation that's going to be implementing, I believe, in 2020. Oh yeah, 2020. So what does that mean for most people? Well, it means that either go out into the real world and get a job, or take the risk. I don't know. It's very interesting to see how this is going to affect a lot of people in the future, but yeah, I think YouTube is effectively going to destroy itself, because this is kind of crazy. You know what's funny about this whole thing? Like, there's nothing that we can do. I don't think people can fathom just how broken this thing is going to be for YouTubers going forward. No amount of petition is gonna work as well, because if you guys remember the whole net neutrality thing, we spent months, and I'm talking about months. This was probably the most advocated petition that I've ever seen on the internet thus far. Everybody put their hands up. We all fought about it. We all made videos about it. We all talked to our MEPs. We did everything that we could to try and convince the old people, the boomers, I guess, that what they're trying to implement is gonna take away the freedom that the internet provides for everyone out there. And now the FTC, after winning their lawsuit against YouTube, I believe, and obviously wanting to protect the children's data from being used for obviously direct advertising, is going to be implementing a system that effectively just takes away all revenues from individual YouTubers who may be using it to try and survive on the platform, which is something I've always said in the past, that YouTube should not be seen as a full-time job. No offense, but you should use YouTube as a means to kind of push yourself up. Like, I guess, you know, give yourself opportunities. That's what YouTube should be all about. Like, give yourself opportunity so that you can pursue something else. I don't think people can understand what's gonna happen. It's either you tick that box and lose 60 to 90% of your revenue, or take the risk and be fined 42,000. Let me just make sure I get the amount right, because I know it's 42. I know it's 42,000. I just want to make sure. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, 42,000 per video. So if you have, like, if you have multiple videos that you did not tick the box and it kind of violates the new Coppa regulation, legislation, or whatever it is, you are going to be looking at a very hefty fine. This is honestly truly detrimental. I mean, I don't know. I think everybody's going to have to end up taking that box. And I think I've seen a lot of YouTubers talking about this. Obviously, people think that gaming is not going to be affected. Gaming is going to be the first sector that I believe is going to end up being affected to it, because kids play video games too. Kids love watching YouTubers that, you know, play video games. So obviously you're gonna have to end up taking that box if you want to evade obviously the fine. So not only have to force YouTubers to, you know, censor themselves, like you can't say shit, you know, all the good curse words out there. You have to behave in a certain way. You can't say certain political stuff. You can't express yourself. Everybody has to be all grey and, you know, it's, you know, not unique in a sense. And now you have to tick the box. It's like they're asking you to choose your own poison. This one will kill you, you know, later on in a longer, slow, and painful wait, or this one's gonna kill you immediately. That's that's what they're asking you to do. It's honestly sad. It really is. I don't know what people are gonna do. I know most YouTubers, they rely on sponsorship to get by, but even that at this point is gonna be ridiculous. It really is. I know YouTube has been losing a lot of money. Like the website hasn't been profitable in years. That's a fact. It only has been able to survive because it has its big parent Alphabet and obviously Google keeping it afloat. But with this now, like, it's like, listen, YouTube, a lot of people strive on YouTube because you have new fresh blood being born, and obviously they'll grow up and then they'll watch certain YouTubers and then obviously they attach themselves to them. But now, man, it is out here. It is looking spooky, as they say, spooky. No, but seriously though, this is detrimental. This is gonna kill YouTube. You're gonna see all the tactics come out now. The people who are like, yeah, I can survive on my ad revenue and things of that nature. Nope. I mean, yeah, it really is bad. Man, it really is bad actually. There are only some, I guess, sectors that will survive this. Financial sectors, obviously, not many kids watch, you know, financial YouTubers and things of that nature. They're fine. I guess certain adult team channels are fine as well, but a lot of people are gonna suffer, I feel like. I know in the beginning of the video I made it seem like everyone's gonna take a hit, but I think a majority, I think 80% of people are gonna take a massive hit. It's either you take it to lose, because and I say this because YouTube's algorithm has not been the best. It has not been the best at all. Like, it has taken down a lot of people. A lot of collateral damage has been a result of YouTube's algorithm trying to, I guess, attack, obviously, let's say, you know, white supremacy, alt-rights, things of that nature. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's very interesting to see how people are going to adapt, because YouTubers, especially the gaming sector, they may think to themselves, you know what, I talk about serious topic, I talk about this and that, but I think what a lot of people are underestimating is that there are some kids out there who are genuinely smart. Some of them are wiser than they're supposed to be, and some of them wanting to watch a more serious video, and they may end up stumbling to your channel and maybe, they end up flocking to your channel in multitudes, like maybe in the hundreds or 200s, all people just want to see a serious take to a YouTube channel, and then, you know, it just happens like that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time.